Hi Todd, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. How's your week been?
It's been going alright. How's yours?
It was good, thank you. Anything new since the last time we've spoke?
Me and my girlfriend are talking about getting a dog.
That's really exciting. Do you know what kind of breed you're thinking about getting?
We don't yet. What we're kind of doing right now is taking our daily lifestyle and incorporating that into the energy levels of a dog breed.
That's really important. Yeah, you definitely want to get the dog that fits your lifestyle best.
Right.
Do you know what attributes you're looking for in a dog exactly?
Well, about 3 days a week, my girlfriend and I'll go hiking. So
that's awesome.
That takes a lot of energy.
Right, it's a pretty active lifestyle.
Yeah, and then there are a couple of days, especially on the weekends, that we just like to lounge around. So we'd kind of like the best of both worlds, where it's got enough energy to go up a mountain, but then it can take the day and just kind of sit around.
Right.
So it's kind of tough. I know, and we haven't done our research yet, and it's pretty. I'm sure it's pretty simple to go into Google and just type in, you know, high and low energy dog breeds.
Right.
But yeah, it's definitely a wide range. You know, that'll make it a little bit challenging, maybe, but we haven't done our research yet.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, you guys should definitely sit down together and, you know, make a list of all of the attributes that you're looking for in a dog and any specific breed. And like you said, go right into Google, do a search, and, you know, be like, I'm looking for a dog with all these attributes. Which one is it going to be?
Right.
You know, I think that's a really great idea. So you guys both want a dog. So have you guys discussed who's going to be, you know, mainly responsible? Is it going to be like 50-50 group effort, or is it going to be primarily your dog? Have you guys kind of talked about sharing those responsibilities of getting a dog?
Well, during the day, it's actually, as far as time consumption goes, it's exactly 50-50 because I work second shift, my wife works first shift, and so she'll be able to take care of the dog in the afternoon, and I'll be able to take care of the dog in the morning. So we'll have our different times to take care of him, but I know that there'll be times where I have to leave work a little early and she has to leave a little late, and that'll kind of impede on who's taking care of the dog. So I don't really plan on saying, okay, this is your time to take care of the dog, and I'm not going to be in charge of it at all.
Right.
But you know, it definitely helps to be able to set that apart. But as far as communication between the two of us goes, we haven't completely talked about it yet, but we need to have that communication so that we both know and we're on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want any miscommunication, you know, along the way of, you know, who's going to be taking the dog out or feeding it or taking the dogs on the walk or bring the dog to the vet even. You know, it's a big responsibility, and if you guys can, you know, kind of sort out, you know, who's responsible for what, and that you both have a clear understanding that it's both of your responsibility, I think that there should be, you know, no problem. I think it should be smooth sailing and no miscommunication in that aspect.
I think the only thing is we want to get a puppy, so so
that they take a lot of time.
They will be a lot. It will be a lot of work.
Right.
And it'd be one thing if it was an older dog that we rescued or something because they've already been around the block and they just you know, they can either just lounge around and not really bother anything. But since it's a puppy, it needs to be trained as well, because going hiking, I don't want to take it, you know, on a leash every single time.
Of course.
So I know that that's going to take time to train it. Personally, I haven't had any experience training a dog, so you know, I don't know it firsthand, but I'm sure we'll be able to figure it out.
Do you plan on training the dog yourself, or do you plan on taking it somewhere where they can train the dog for you?
I think I'd like to train him myself, and have me and my girlfriend train him.
Right.
But
have you looked at any resources, like any, you know, YouTube videos? Do you plan on reading any books or anything like that? Have you looked into those, you know, kind of outside resources that'll help you better train your dog, just so you're more prepared when the puppy comes?
Not really quite yet. You know, it's a lot easier to do it online, but we haven't really done the books yet, and I don't really want to spend the money either.
Right. Well, that's another thing too. Dogs are a big financial responsibility. Have you guys kind of talked about, you know, whether a puppy fits into your budget and your financial status currently?
Not really. I'm honestly, you know, a little more worried about the financial part than, you know, the taking care of it and everything like that. I'm more worried about the financial part because puppies are a lot more work than older dogs. That's how it goes. But talking to her about that, you know, I'm not quite sure how to do, but I think we'll be able to work it out in the end. I know it'll be fine.
Right.
So I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of things you need to look into. You know, you can start budgeting, like the cost of dog food, the cost of toys, and, you know, the accessories like the dog bed and, you know, vet bills and things like that. So I think it would be important too to sit down with your girlfriend and also make a list of all the things that you'll potentially have to save for in the future. But again, I know there are lots of resources that you can look into for things like that. I know even the vet alone, like you can look into pet insurance when you go and you bring your puppy for the first time. But have you ever owned a dog before? Is this your first time ever kind of owning a dog?
My parents had a dog.
Okay, so you grew up around dogs, so you already kind of have an idea of, you know, how to work with the dog and living with the dog, and you kind of saw through your parents what the responsibility of having a dog is like.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, so I think, you know, now I think our time is up, but when you go home at some point, you know, definitely talk to your girlfriend about, you know, making the list of all of the attributes that you want in a dog and start to do that research and, you know, making a list of all the financial things that you guys will have to save for and things like that, and then we'll talk about it next week.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Okay. Well, it was so nice seeing you, Todd.
Nice seeing you too.
Take care.
All right.